Hey, people, Duncan here. Once again, I want to talk about how my campaign for Oregon's next governor is a lot like preparing for a fight. So please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, comment down below, and hit that bell for notifications. So let's talk about the similarities between me preparing for a fight and getting ready for a campaign or going on a campaign. So here we go. First thing you do when you're getting ready for a fight is you identify your opponent. This means that you're told who you're going to fight, or you choose who you're going to fight, and you identify what they're about, you know who they are. Okay? Now, you announce that you're going to fight. This is your very first step. Much like campaigning, the first thing you do is go out in public and announce that you're running for office. Now, much like a fight, when you announce that you're running for office and you're the underdog, many people are going to underestimate you. They're going to laugh. They're going to say things that are going to belittle you. But this is just tactics. The same tactics are used in the fighting world. The opponents will try to talk a left smack to make you feel belittled, to make you stressed, to make you worried, or somehow get in your head. Next, in the fighting world, while training for a fight, the first thing you do is you start looking at your opponent. You start researching. You start looking at his game, his prior videos, his highlights, things that he's done well, things that he's struggled at. You start coming up with a game plan. Much like a campaign. In a campaign, you know who your opponents are. You know what their stances and issues are. And you come up with a logical game plan or a counter argument against them. All of which time you come up with your own game plan to score enough points to win in the end. Now, much like a fight, a campaign can get nasty, back and forth. It can be bad. People can hurt each other mentally and verbally. Yet, much like a fight, the same thing can happen. The only difference is you get in a ring and you actually attack each other physically. Now, many people may think a person's crazy for getting in a ring or a cage to go do this fight. But you really test yourself, you really get to know who you are and know what you're about by doing this. It builds character and it gives you confidence. So when you're doing a campaign and your opponent knows that you're an underdog and they attempt to get the crowd against you, you have the ability to stand against them, and the ability to fire back. This is something you learn through training, developing your trade. This is something you learn through years of experience. Now, much like politics, I suppose, you learn how to woo a crowd through years of experience. But the difference is, when you're doing as a fighter, you have to go into that ring and actually do the job. You can't just scam your way through it. You can't just make a bunch of promises and not fulfill them. You have to get in there. You have to train hard so that you can get accomplishments in the ring. So that the goal is to win in the end. But the goal is to better yourself as a fighter, to continue towards that championship. So we are taught as fighters to never get tired of competition, to never get comfortable with what we're at, and to continuously strive for more and better. Politicians not only get comfortable where they're at, but they don't strive anymore to make anything better. They get comfortable and they strive to see just how much more money they can screw the American people out of. This is the politics we live in today. This politics must stop. The American people must elect a fighter, someone who will go toe-to-toe with this liberal thinking, someone who's willing to pull no punches and who's willing to fight for the American people and the Oregon voters. Please stand with me as Oregon's next governor. Help me redeem Oregon. Vote Duncan 2018. We can make America great again, but first we have to start here at home. Thank you. And once again, please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, comment down below, and hit that bell for more notifications. Thank you. Duncan out.